get started, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be drawing more of your little, I don't know, selfies and or original characters more often for free by putting them in videos like this where I just talk about random stories. So if you guys want to get your things done for free, you just have to go down into the description and I'll leave information there for how to get your things drawn. And like I said, it's never guaranteed, but I figured it'd be fun to do more free drawings so that there's a better chance for things getting done. And so I thought this was a good way of going about it so that I have these random videos where I can just draw one person at a time. And if I do that, it'll add on a lot to the OC videos as well. So that's what I'll be doing. So if you guys want to continue with that, feel free to join in. This person here did not have any social media. So sadly, I'm not sure how to credit them, but they are on the Discord server, and I hope they like this drawing. I had so much fun drawing it. But this time in this video, we're going to be talking about, this is so frustrating for me. We're going to be talking about bad commission experiences, as the title says, but you have to understand this. For artists, this is one of the worst ever experiences you could ever get, because people always try to do commissions and always try to make a living out of their art and things like that. And no one ever supports that, and it always turns into this big mess, and there's always so many terrible stories. So I'm sure every single occupation has awful horror stories, but these are the worst ones for me anyway. Well, probably not the entire worst. I'm not gonna name any names and stuff like that because that's rude. But you know, I'm trying to be nice. Okay, well, one of the most annoying things that started out for me, like the very first thing that was super annoying, was just simply entitled people. That was one of the things that just really irked me, especially. I started doing commissions when I started like really early. I was really young when I first started doing commissions. I only did them for $5. $5 for my commissions, and I started on Roblox.com, believe it or not. And that's where I started doing all my art and things like that. And there were so many entitled people that just, I don't know, they expected everything for free even if it wasn't, and it made no sense. And then when I mean entitled, I mean they think they're like incredibly more important than everyone else, even if you really don't know them. Like, I don't understand if it was like, say, your best friend, then maybe they could feel a little entitled simply because they're best friend. But even then, they shouldn't feel entitled. But I'm just saying, I could see they had a sort of a reason to get to the entitled feeling even though they aren't. Then maybe I could get like an idea of it, but it wasn't like that. It was like someone would come to me and be like, hey, can you draw this thing for free? And I'll be like, I'm sorry, I only do commissions. And instead of them being like, oh, okay, I didn't know, and leave, they'd be like, no, just draw me for free, and then draw everyone else for commissions. And I was like, wait a second, wait, what? Everyone will come to me and ask me things for free. They, for some reason, thought that they were so much more special and so much more entitled than everyone else, which makes no sense because I don't know them. So why would they be more entitled than anyone else to get a free drawing? It's unfair. It made no sense to me because like they thought their mindset was they could do me for free, and that's only one person for free. Then they could just do everyone else and have them pay. But why would I have them do it for free and not someone else for free, but just them? Do you see what I mean? It's that mindset where somehow everything revolves around that one person, and it made no sense to me. And that happened so many times, so I can't say one specific time that happened and explain it to you. That happened a ton, and it was so annoying. And another thing that was really annoying and really irked me was people who wouldn't pay. Obviously this is really annoying. I know a lot of artists have this problem where like you say ahead of time, and everyone knows you do it for, I did it for $5 back then. Just $5 for a little drawing. And everyone knew that. And I even before that did it for an online currency on Roblox. And that's there's always some sort of payment. Even if it's just some free like online currency sort of thing, it still was a payment. And people would always try and find these ways as to why they weren't going to pay you, or they weren't going to do this. And then don't ever believe someone when they tell you they'll pay you after you're done. Don't believe it. I'm serious. You'd be better off just taking payments at first before starting the drawings and making sure you always go through with them so you get like a good rep. But seriously, people will lie to you, and they'll just get you to do work for them and then vanish off the face of the earth and never talk to you again. So trust me, don't believe anybody. There's so many liars out there. I know I make it sound like everyone's like evil, but trust me, there's a lot of people out there who will really just do you wrong for no reason. Next is, oh my gosh, so many people would tell me that art isn't a job. What? How is it not a job? You put in a bunch of hours of work in order to get these people these things, but it isn't a job because why? And even worse, they would say it isn't because it's digital art and it's just something digital. But that makes no sense. We're living in a digital age. You can get movies digitally. Does that mean movies aren't something you should get paid for? Someone makes a movie and they're like, nope, they don't get paid because it's now digital and you can buy it online. That makes no sense. And just because the art is digital, therefore you don't pay for it? What? That's like saying you don't pay for someone to set you up a website or something like that. Just because it's digital and that... Okay, well, I'm going to talk about some personal experiences with people, and I'm not going to name names, but this is stuff that was really annoying, and oh, it really, really irked me at the time, and it still does, but now it's kind of more funny than it is making me angry. One was, okay, there was this person, I'm not going to name names, who was just, well, a fake friend. Like, and this happens pretty often with fake friends that just kind of want something from you, which I don't understand why someone would go through all that trouble just to get something as simple as a drawing. Like, to me, it's not even a big deal, so why would you go through all this trouble to try and make someone your friend, try and stick around them for so long just to get stuff out of them? And that makes no sense to me. But I guess everyone has different mindsets, but you guys will have to let me know your experiences like this in the comments, because I'm honestly really, really, really curious. But yeah, okay, so there was this person, I'm not gonna name names, I'm trying my best, that was a very fake friend. They would show up and they would only ever talk to me like whenever they wanted something. They would pretend to be my best friend, and then when I said no, like they would show up randomly and be like, hey, you know, can you do this drawing for me with this and this and this? And I was really busy at the time. I was doing commissions full time, and that's all I did. I was doing commissions constantly. And whenever someone would come up to me and be like, hey, can you do this for me? I'd always have to decline them because I can't do these things for free. I'm too busy. But then, of course, when I told her that, she just kind of screamed. It was like, no, you're a terrible friend. How dare a friend ever say no to someone just to give them art? Because art is only something that's like digital and it's so easy to do, apparently. And I was like, oh, I was so mad and I don't understand. Why? But yeah, obviously they weren't my friend. They just used being my friend as an excuse to get things from me. And that obviously didn't last long. I just kind of ended up leaving this. This same person actually went to my mother and begged them for a drawing and tried to make me sound like some evil person for not drawing them. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. That actually happened. And they would actually go to my mom and be like, hey, your daughter's doing so mean and she just won't draw me. And then they'll start doing guilt trips, acting like somehow because someone twisted their ankle, therefore they needed this stuff. And I'm like, what? You twisted your ankle so you needed some online drawing? What? It really baffled me and I don't get it. But seriously, there's also this guy who expected my art to be better than it was. I don't know if this has ever happened to anyone else, which makes no sense to me. Like, if you go to someone who's DeviantArt, which is, say, where I collect all my art, and that's also where I have my commission information, how could you go there, look at everything, buy the commission, and then complain that the art wasn't as good as they expected it to be? Which makes no sense to me, because I always put a lot of effort into my commissions. And sure, my art is not 100% good. I have a ton of flaws that I hate about my art. But they should expect it to be the same level as all the rest of my art. So then when I told this person that was really upset about that, I was like, wait, I thought this was actually pretty decent for me. And then I showed them other things of my art. Like, this is just how I draw. And they were like, oh, well, I don't like it. And they wanted a refund. I was like, wait, so you didn't even look at the rest of my art, but then you ordered a drawing from me? I'm so confused. If you don't like my art, you shouldn't commission me. But apparently they didn't even look at the rest of my art and just expected me to be really good. I don't know, because I'm not really good. I don't know what they expected. Maybe they expected it because it's expensive to be great. I don't know. That's not why. It's just expensive because I do them all for free and I don't have a lot of free time. But yeah, that was super annoying. There was also this person who guilted me into drawing them. As I told you before, guilting someone into drawing you is never a good thing to do. Like, they would come up to you and be, hey, my brother's in the hospital, can you draw me? I'm like, wait, what? Wait, shouldn't I be drawing him if he's the one in the hospital? But no, they would come up to you and be like, hey, my brother's in the hospital, therefore you should draw me. I was like, that makes no sense. Really, that makes no sense. Like, what? And then they'd come and be like, hey, my dog died, so can you draw me? Come on, this isn't something you do. That's so rude. Sure, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry your dog died. Like, I'm honestly sorry about that because that's super sad. But on the other hand, you don't go try and guilt someone into drawing you or doing something for you, anything for you, just because of something like that. And it's, no matter what it is, you don't try and guilt someone into doing something for you. That's like going up to a carpenter. Say you go to a carpenter, that's what he does for work. And then you go up to him and like, hey, I broke my leg. Can you please remodel my house for free? It's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. And everyone will tell you that makes no sense. And then there was this other guy, I'm not going to name any names, who would let me draw him. No, he would use those wordings. He would show up. This is way back when I was on Roblox, and I was drawing on Roblox for $5. They would show up and just stand there, and then they'd gather a group of people on a Roblox game. If you don't know, Roblox is like a 3D game where people play around together. And he would gather a big group, and then afterwards be like, hey, Bethany, I will let you draw this entire group. And I'm like, wait, what? Huh? What? I'm confused. What do you mean, let me draw you guys? And then he acted like it was like some big honor or something, and then told everyone that it was gonna happen, and I never said yes. And everyone got all excited, and I was like, wait, guys, I didn't agree to this. What is this thing that you're starting? And they would act like it was something that I agreed to, and I never did. And it was so frustrating. And there's so many moments like this that were even more frustrating, that were just like incredibly frustrating. But I need to find a way to tell you guys more about like the really detailed situations without naming names, and try not to like call anybody out. But yeah, there's so many really frustrating situations like that. That's why I started getting payments ahead of time before starting drawings, because things like this were less likely to happen. Though of course you can't change fake friends, or you can't change someone acting entitled. You can't ever get away from those things. That just happens. People always have that idea. Like, for instance, right now I'm trying to do drawings for free and giving everyone free drawings for fun. And that's just something I do for fun. So of course nothing's expected, and it's not actually something that people should expect to happen often. But a lot of people actually do expect it 100%, and they get mad if they don't get drawn, and I don't understand that. I wish I could draw you guys, all of you, but you have to understand that it's for free, and it's not something that I could do or guarantee for everybody. That's why commissions exist, is so that if someone can commission me to guarantee it, because there's so many thousands of requests, and I can't possibly draw everyone. I've only ever drawn maybe over 100 and maybe, I don't know, 150 OCs total so far. And if I was trying to draw everybody, I would still be on the first OC video with those numbers for requests. So sadly, I can never draw everyone, but you guys want to comment and let me know other experiences like this you've had. If you have any like this at all, it doesn't have to be art. It can be for whatever you do, because I know a lot of people have a lot of funny job stories as well. I've heard plenty of those, and I'd love to hear more from you guys. So you have to let me know if you like this type of video, and also if you want to get free drawings, check out the description for information. And thank you guys so much for watching.